choosing the most valuable storage system means it is nothing but it deal with a number of interacting and often conflicting factors. So it inevitably the degree of mechanization affects the layout, that is order of packaging and order of keeping, order of rapid and easy delivery of goods, stock from one place to another. So it weighs against space and other uses of time also. So fundamentally, there will be a classification of stores, that is functional store and physical stores. So functional stores, as the name itself indicates, mentions itself, you can understand easily that they are named based on the functions of the material. For example, we'll say fuel store, chemical store, raw material store, refrigerator refractory stores, etc. The name itself indicates with which it is associated. Physical stores means we'll just say examples can be taken: central stores, sub stores, departmental stores, open yard stores, open units, etc. Stores are also classified by naming them after the departments which do they serve. For example, construction store, rolling mill store, etc. And if at all, sometimes it is not physically to be classified, we'll say general store, perishable store, reject stores, etc. So there will be, depending on the location and depending on the layout, what we use, depending on the area, depending on the size, everything stores will be classified basing on the purpose it is served. And next, we are supposed to know about types of stores layout. So in these types of stores layout, we have wherever we go, that we can observe that method of calling a tree type layout. A tree type layout is nothing but where you will be observing like branches and going into the one particular area, one tip, that is called comb tree. Means it will be one sided only. If it is both sided, it is known as a tree layout. Now, in order to keep all these types of layouts and stores everything, we need to maintain stores ledger and stores manual. Manual is a written statement where we will be writing the policies and procedure. And a manual has several advantages such as spelling of responsibilities, authority, and storekeeping will be there. So a stores ledger is a record of stock wherein we have to note down both the quantity and the value of the material we are showing in the ledger. And stores ledger cards may also be kept with the cost accountant or stores officer. That is what is known as stores ledger and manual. Here we need to know one system called bin system, BIN. Bin card is maintained by stores ledger. So this is a type bin card which is maintained for the both at the time of the taking the stock. So it will be kept with the stock manager, stores manager. It records only the quantities received and issues made along with the balance. So whenever a stock is dispatched, a bin card says that 30 units were dispatched, 150 more units are there. So details posted after transaction taken place. It records actual material movements. Bin card or bin system is nothing but which is recording only the stock movement from one place to another. So stock efficiencies can be calculated and stock verification should also be done. What is meant by stock verification? So here we will be knowing as the stock verification can be done, and how that particular stock verification will be done means no matter how diligently the storekeeper performs the custodial job or how carefully a ledger can be maintained, whether it is computerized or manual, some discrepancy between the actual stock and book values will be observed. For this reason, every inventory means stock, every item should be physically counted and checked against its book balance as at least once in a year. The books are subsequently adjusted to much of the actual count. So most companies inventory discrepancy or inventory shortage or short over account is to be absorbed in such discrepancies. So here we need to observe there will be classification and codification of the stock will also be there. So how and what is means a systematic grouping of the items. So in order to take the stock into the order, stock into the warehouses and storage rooms, you need to at least qualify basing on at least supposed to divide, analyze the stock what you are receiving based on certain parameters. So systematically grouping, for example, when you go to Smart Bazaar or DMart, You observe all the detergent powders will be in one place, and all the means pastes and soaps will be in one place, and oil cleaners and floor cleaners will be in one place, like that. So this is nothing but systematic grouping. What we observe when we were collecting the goods, the uses of long description of simplified possible traditions will also be pacified and enable reduction in sizes. So when you are taking the bulk sizes, it will be giving that, and not only discrepancies, it will be giving that when you are taking the stock and systematically grouping it, you can divide and count easily, because it ensures accuracy and correspondence. For example, immediately if somebody asks how many oil packets are there, you are not supposed to wander here and there in the go down, but you can just go to one particular place and have a count of that. And because of this, your arranging in bin cards is very easy, because bin card takes the count. So this is the reason we need classification and codification. So after classification, what is that we need? Standardization. A standardization or standard defined model in general or agreement of a rule established by the authority, or consensus, what is identity or custom, are created by using various levels of interest. An individual may be the starting point of using standard. So the standards need to be set for variety of industries such as engineering, textile, chemical, pharmaceutical, agriculture, as even also to education. So material manager attempts to achieve the overall economy by standardizing and ensures interchangeably the parts. So with the standardization, there will be, it is possible to have more than one manufacturer simply with an, and will ensure better availability, better price, and better movement of goods and services. Next, we are supposed to discuss about simplification. This, the process of standardization logically leads to simplification of material, spares, components, or even subsystem of variety reduction. This simplifies means this simplification prepares a detailed list of all items used to make a final product from our particular raw material or finished goods, group them into different on basic functional characterization. For example, all bushes around 5 centimeters will be in one particular group, and around 7 centimeters circumference will be in other group, etc., on a certain parameter. And all these will be so. In addition to the dimensional or performance characteristics of material, standardization and simplification concepts are equally meaningful for the other forms or procedures of the reports. That is, when you are going for purchase or stores or even planning some activities. So, apart from this, we are supposed to know about a certain readings called value analysis. This is most important. So, when you take a stores ledger, you have to first of all simply note down what is stores ledger, whether it is manual or automatical computerized. Next, you need to think about bin card. After bin card, you need to go for classification and codification. And after these two are done, standardization. After standardization, simplification will be done. Basing on that, we will be performing the final attempt of the issue of the stock. And here we are supposed to go for conclusion with a topic called value analysis. What is this value analysis? In present day world, each and every organization needs to be having a desired product or a desired service with the best quality and cost effective zone. So value analysis or engineering establishes the relationship between worth of a product and cost of a product or a service. So, what is the difference between the best value here? How to explain this particular topic means, I'll just tell you here. Value analysis is a cost reduction and control technique which ensures that the necessary functions are not changed for the minimum cost without diminishing the quality, performance, reliability, and appearance. So, but in the present day context, the term value analysis is applied for analyzing the value of an um, existing product to reduce the cost and give more value to the user. So here value analysis, if we discuss about the cost, in the field of value investigation, value refers to economic value here, which itself can be subdivided into four types called cost value, exchange value, usage value, and esteem value. So let us discuss one by one. Before we go into the narrated description, value analysis we can say is a cost of technique for cost reduction based on systematic and examined examination of each and every cost which goes into the manufacture of the industrial product. And in terms of value or customer satisfaction, it adds to the product. So one of the definitions of value product, part of material with the object of uncovering these possibilities of cost reduction, which any value reduce anyway reduce the value of the item which is collected for the best. So what is the aim of value analysis means? The main aim of value analysis is to generate promising and novel ideas, means new ideas. It includes simplification of the product, user alternative, other alternative manufacturing products, reduction of the production cost, increase in the utility, etc. So, as I discussed in the previous discussion, value analysis, values are of four types. First one is esteem value. It is nothing but to secure own certain article for status or prestige. For example, if I purchase gold, I say it is of esteem value more than the metallic value. We enjoy the prestige that I wore a gold ornament. It gives that okay, our status symbol will be changed. That is what is known as esteem value. Exchange value. It is a value that gives or makes a possible object traded for other items. Means when I want to, I will purchase a car. What is the purpose of purchasing car? I enjoy for years and after that I exchange it. There is no sentiment with that particular product or anything. So that is what is known as exchange value. Use value. This is nothing but a movable property which accomplishes us that we I own a house, work, or a service. So cost value. It is the sum of the cost involved in manufacturing of the product. That is what is you people know cost. This is manufacturing one. So next one comes value analysis areas where you will be. Value analysis areas are capital goods, raw material and semi-finished product, materials handling with transportation cost, purchased parts or components, etc., repairs and maintenance, finishing items like paints, oils, etc., packaging materials and packaging stock, printing and stationery items. So these are the various value areas. Next comes value approach. Value approach is the value analysis in an organization system dedicated to every effective means of identifying and eliminating the unnecessary cost. So the unnecessary cost is one which neither adds to quality nor to the life or appearance of the particular product. So value approach has two elements, namely value analysis and value engineering, which we are supposed to know. Next, what are the causes of unnecessary cost? Unnecessary cost means lack of information. Many a time we observe it happens that the designers are not sure of the real needs of the user, so over design the product and over enthusiasm because of the fact that there is a gap between advertisement taking outside and the flow of information to the manufacturing firm. So it is a value analysis which is made to the product in light of new information is the present cost structure, some of the items of cost. Next discussion point is lack of ideas. A survey conducted in USA has revealed that less than 5% of the creative ability of the designer says that there is no continuation, there is no system for the following of the designer of this particular item. Well, means the customer, whether they bother the new brands or they need the existing one to be refined. And next one, wrong beliefs, habits, and attitudes. Most of the people use their judgment more than it is valid and takes all these types of wrong decisions. That means here, when it will be an outdated habit or it will be a habit of attitude, wrong beliefs. If I'll not set a nasty precedent, it costs too much. It is impossible for us to purchase. Why to change when we are adopted to something else? It's a company policy. So these are the items where we will be having a wrong judgment and wrong attitude. Next, to change in circumstances. So change in circumstances is nothing but we will be taking into consideration certain items. So, what is meant by taken, we are taken is eventually, but hardly anyone wants a change, especially any of the change that affects him or his work. Circumstances might have changed, and yet one likes to be a conservative and continue the same features for future years, as in still followed in spite of advent of companies computers. They can even find the examples of day-to-day life with the old ones, and they are happy with that. And some may not be having a resistance to change. They did not want to change under any circumstances. So in an organization, a group of people can identify and find people. These individuals, knowingly or unknowingly, will use every means of their command to resist change. So value analysis techniques will be there. So what are these value analysis techniques means? It is usually said one of the most important reasons for success of Japanese business is a word called why, a simple word WHY. Having a constructive discontent of everything around them, it's a part set that Japanese character. The result is that they want to change. This is exactly the philosophy of value analysis. This is well quoted by a poem. Ours is not to do or die. Ours is to question why. So add these two, they can add a sequence of questions asked: what, when, how, why, where, and who. Coming to, we are supposed to know about value analysis procedure. First, value analysis is to identify the product where value analysis is to be carried out. The product should not be the one which is, if redesigned, can add to sales of income and would not have become obsolete in near future. And the second one, step two, is manufacturing process, machine layout, technical specifications you need to know. And the third one is identifying the primary and secondary factors. So for these, you need to go with the value analysis job plans. So what is meant by value analysis job plan or a program? Means although many companies have developed a well organized formal value analysis programs, but the basic elements are remaining the same. Obviously, the depth and breadth of the analysis are influenced by the size and composition of the team taking the study. The job plan is an official organized plan of action that is for accomplishing the value analysis, and studies assuming that implementation of a value analysis and value solving probabilities throughout the private governmental agencies. So the job plan contains 8 phases. The first phase is complete priority to the value analysis, means close out the process. Why this one? Next, selection of a project of value analysis. Steps in value of analysis job gathering plan are information gathering. First, for anything, we need to gather the information why and we are supposed to. So this is nothing but we are gathering the information which is relevant for the organization to carry on. And next one, apart from information gathering, alternative generation. So what is meant by alternative generation? We are supposed to know generation is nothing but creation. What is meant by alternative generation is nothing but in this stage the value engineers ask what are the various alternatives or ways a meeting or a particular order is to be required or recorded. So what else can be will be performing the desired and means necessary functions for an organization to do. So next one, evaluation. And after evaluation, in this stage, all the alternatives can be evaluated. And we, for this evaluation in the stage to meet the required functions, we are supposed to how great will be the present means the requirement and the cost of savings. For this, you are supposed to know about presentation, means the in the final stage of the best alternative you have selected, you are supposed to present it. Means the best alternative will be chosen as to present or to evaluate or to choose the client the final decision. So organization aspects of value analysis should also be considered here when we are discussing about value analysis, out of which in the implementation of value analysis, There will be something known as, we are supposed to know in the means organization, that is management support should be there. Implementing the implementation of value analysis is the organization that requires the coordination of procedures, tactics, and policies followed there. And apart from that, organizational strategy, it is applied. Organizational structure, we are supposed to know. You should identify the resources available, and it should be having communication and information technology in the organization from the departments to departments, so that inside the organization it should be coordinated with the proper other components of the organization. And we are supposed to know the organizational structure also. So apart from this, we are supposed to know the value analysis advantages. There are several advantages which will be having for the value analysis, as it reduces the cost of the existing product. And next, it prevents the unnecessary cost of the new products at the system, because this introduces value analysis leads to overall cost consciousness. And this system relating to cost estimation can also be having greater impact and greater profits. And coming to the litigation limitations, lack of motivation among the employees, because the resistance to change from the labor will be there, inertia will be there, and the change is too big. Let the competitors try first. Why do we have to break our heads? Like that, it will be thought. Next point, we are supposed to know about value engineering. That is what we say VE. This area is of exclusive and unnecessary expenses and attempts to improve the value of the product. So the concept of value engineering was born out of the necessity almost immediately after the World War II, when the result of World War was drastic and devastating. So the systematic approach to eliminate any unnecessary costs of an item that doesn't add to its required function. It does not simply reduce the cost by using the simplified methods. So the value engineering procedure will be, first we need to set up a value engineering job plan, how to go, secure the information. After securing the information, you have speculation. And next you need to analyze. And next you need to decision taken, and then evaluate whether this is correct or not. And getting all available facts, getting information from the best sources, not faltu information. Know the costs and define each every function. So what is the difference between value addition, value engineering, and value control? Means value analysis is a technique that is used to avoid unnecessary cost and improve the utility of the existing product. Whereas coming to value engineering, so value analysis is a technique and value engineering is an application of the concept. That value analysis of the design pre-manufacturing stage will also be taking cutting down the unnecessary expenditure. And what is meant by value control is nothing but controlling the value of a product, either by reducing its cost or given functions, or by increasing its utility for the given cost. So with this, we have completed the entire unit's 5 blocks of operations management. Thank you so much, sir.